Hello everyone, Charles Tyler Canlas here from STEM EQ. In this lesson, we're going to learn about the basic differentiation rules. This is the rules or the formulas that we use whenever we derive, or simply called as differentiation formulas. It's just the same. Now, there are 5 rules of basic differentiation eh, rules. First is constant. Whenever we derive a constant, it will always turn into 0. For example, the derivatives of 7 is equals to 0. The derivatives of 10 is equals to 0. Now, being done in the constant rule, we're going to talk about the power rule naman. Now, in power rule, we have a formula of derivative of f of x is x of n. X raised to n is equals to n x n minus 1. Now, ano ibig sabihin ito? Now, whenever we have this problem, we're going to multiply the exponent to the constant. Wala tayong constant. Then, you multiply it to 1. Para may invisible 1 lagi dyan sa variables. Kaya, in the formula here, yung n natin dito is the same as the n here. E di magiging n times x is magiging nx, tapos yung n ma-minus mo sa 1. Para hindi tayo malito or maguluhan, let's have an example. X cubed will turn into 3 times 1 is 3x. 3 minus 1 is 2. Kaya magiging 3x squared. Ano naman kapag x raised to 4? 4 times x or 1 will 4x. 4 minus 1 will be 3. Ano pa? X raised to 5. X raised to 5. X go here. 5x minus 1, 4. Ganun lang kapag sa power rule. Now, ano naman kapag sa constant multiple? Sa constant multiple naman, we have the formula of d or the derivatives of constant multiplied to the function of x. Prime talaga yan. Pero, scratch. In constant multiple, we all know that this is c multiplied to f prime. Ngayon, let's have an example. The derivatives of 5x raised to 4 is equals to, lagay muna natin si 5. We all know that here, using the power rule, 4 times, and so the derivative of x raised to 4. Ito ay magiging 5 times or 4x minus 1, 3. Using power rule. And 5 times 4 equals to 20x. Now, that's for the constant multiple. Now, for the addition and subtraction, di ba tayo sa mas malaking papel? And the rule number 4, the derivative of a sum or a difference is the same as the addition and subtraction. So, lalagay ko lang. Sum or a difference. We have a formula here where if f of x is equals to g of x plus or minus h of x, then f prime x is equals to g prime plus negative h prime x. Ano yung ibig sabihin nun? Let's have an example of f of x equals to 3x squared minus 7x. Now, in here, the f of x is 3x squared minus 7x. Yung g of x natin, prime, ito. Yung h prime x natin is ito. Now, we all know in constant, or balikan natin to, constant multiple, the derivatives of a constant of a function is equals to the constant times f prime. Kaya, 2 times 3, is 6x. Kasi 2 minus 1 is 1. Kapag nasa taas yan, invisible na. Yan. 7x naman. Negative 7x. We all know, sa variable, if may variable dito, it will turn into 1. Kaya, magiging 7 yan. Negative 7. Kapag kinumbay natin tong dalawang yan, ang makukuha nating sagot is f prime will be 6x minus 7. Let's have another example. Now, let's go ahead and do the sine and cosine functions and basic differentiation rules. Rule number 5. Now, tuwing hanapin natin si sine and cosine, meron tayong need i-keep in mind. This is the derivative x of sine x is equals to always cosine x. But if the derivative of cosine x naman is equals to negative sine x. Know the difference? Sine x equals to cosine x, but when cosine x will get derivative, or madiderivative siya, or derive, it will turn into negative sine x. Now, let's have an example of this one. The derivative of 4 sine x. The derivative of 4 sine x is equals to 4 times, what is the derivative of sine x? Equals to cosine x. Now, this is the answer na agad. And the derivative of example naman natin is 8 cosine x. Magiging 8. Find the derivative of cosine x, which is negative sine x. Negative sine x. Pero, since ito yan, lagyan natin ng parenthesis para hindi tayo marito. This will be negative 8 sine x. Now, that's all for the basic differentiation rules. I hope you learned something new and this problem has become something very clear to you. Thank you. Charles Tyler Canlas out.